The fear of getting old. The fear of getting old. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. I got to thinking that, well, getting older, sometimes people become fearful. And I talked about that a little bit in another video called Fearless or Fearful as we get older. And I don't know if I'll put it up before this one or if I'll put this one up first. But I really got to thinking about how a lot of people, as they get older, begin to fear the aging process. And I understand it. I understand why people can become fearful as they begin to age, especially in the upper years, say like, my age and up. Because that's when losses can begin more so than, losses when they were earlier or younger in their life. When we're younger in life, even if a loss comes, it's often so much easier to rebound with a loss. And yet, when we have losses when we're older, it's often so much harder to rebound from those losses, whether it's the loss of a spouse, the loss of someone you love. Often, by the time someone reaches the 70-year-old, age point or 80 years old, they've lost many of the people that were in their life for quite a long time. And so, as we get older, sometimes we become fearful of losing someone we love. Sometimes we become fearful of our own mortality. When is that going to happen? Is it going to happen sooner or is it going to happen later? And if it happens later, what kind of shape am I going to be in the meantime? Where am I going to be living? Am I going to be living in my own home or with my adult children or in a nursing home? Those questions often flood through an older person's mind. And I have to tell you, they've flooded through my mind as well. One of the other questions is where are all my belongings going to go after I'm gone? One of my friends said, I have no children, I have no husband. My sister doesn't want my belongings. What's going to happen? And someone told her, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy what you've got. And I think maybe that friend in her situation made a lot of sense. So that can be, one of the fears that an older person has is where are my things going to go? Who's going to get those things? Is it going to be divided up fairly? What kind of health am I going to have going forward? A lot of older people go into that phase of where they have to have things repaired or fixed on their body. Things wear out. What about the finances? Some older people weren't prepared for the financial issues that can come along with old age when they're retired. They may be just living off of Social Security. So they're fearful about not having enough money to maybe even buy their medicines or buy food or whatever, let alone going out to lunch or going on a vacation. But even people that have the resources, the money, they probably have different kinds of fears. Like maybe somebody's going to step in and take over their life because, they're aging and maybe someone's going to say that they're not competent. I've heard of that happening. So as we age, should we be fearful? Or should we be fearless? I think that there are things that we can control, things that we can be proactive, things that we can navigate around or through successfully if we're prepared for them. And yet, I think that there are some things that we just have to go through that we can't avoid, that they're just part of life, things that we can't stop or maybe even didn't see coming. and some things we have to adjust to. I believe in living each day to its fullest and not living fearful. I believe, like I said, being proactive, creating the best life for myself as I can, doing the things that will set myself up for success in the future as well as in the present. And yet I live fully in the moment. I embrace this moment. I embrace this beautiful day. I embrace the health that I have today. I embrace the people that I have in my life today. I stay busy creating wonderful memories in today, meaning I'm doing what I love today so that I can look back on it and draw off of these days if I need to, that I made the most of today. I didn't waste today. So for me, I believe in not wasting any day by living so into the future fearfully. And so I believe in living today and enjoying today and savoring today while planning for the future, while making plans to navigate around things or through things that I may potentially have to go through in life as I get older, whether it's at 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100. Like I said, we can't stop everything. We can't necessarily stop the aging process, and we can't stop everything that comes through with it. You know, our looks change. I don't care how well we take care of ourselves. When we're 80, we're not going to look 20. No matter how much cosmetic surgery we've had, we're just not going to look 20. We may look great for 80, and that's what we want to do, but we're not going to look 20 again. So I believe in enjoying my life today. I believe in making the most of my life today. I don't know what tomorrow will hold or what the future will hold. But one thing I know is if I'm making the very most of today and enjoying today, I will have all of my todays to look back on if I need to. Okay, well, from my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.